Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody to the September the 7th of 2021 work session of the Limestone County Commission. Ella, do we have any public comment?
We do not.
All right, thank you, ma'am. We have no resolutions and orders. Contracts, agreements, and grants. First one on here would be to approve a one-year contract with WOW for SIP Trump for the EMA Mobile Command Center. Any discussion with that? And I guess Fish can enlighten you on what SIP stands for.
Yeah, it's a SIP trunk. Basically what we're doing is it's going to be to provide phone service to the mobile command center in the event that like our main phone system becomes disconnected in a major disaster.
All righty. Thank you, sir. All right. Any more discussion with that? All right. Second on here will be to authorize the chairman to execute. They put R on there trying to mess with me, so they know I don't have trouble. So it's execute. And consent the assignment for of contract to support to approve the transportation of the Limestone County traffic operations study from Goodwin Mills and K Wood Incorporated to Goodwin Mills and K Wood LLC. I guess it's a transportation of names. Is that right, Mark?
Yeah, it's just they're just changing their incorporation status, I guess.
Okie dokie. So any discussion with that? No discussion with that. Number 3 on here will be to authorize the chairman to execute a contract with the Alabama Department of Youth Services to provide one detention bed for the use at the juvenile court at Tennessee Valley Juvenile Detention Facility beginning October the 1st through 2021 and go through September the 30th of 2022. We do this every year. And Jason, you're on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's over in Florence area, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's right there at Tuscumbia.
All righty. So any more discussion with that? No more discussion with that. Fourth on here to be to approve a new contract / grant through 8am for the collection and disposal of scrap tires. The said contract will begin on October the 1st of 2021 and run through September the 30th of 2024. The grant amount is $150,000 with no match from the county. Any discussion with that?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman. Will we have to make it looks like they're changing the management of it, and we may have to set up a new account or something. Are you aware of that?
They're doing it online.
Okay.
So she wanted to have it approved
So
before she actually started the process.
Will we need to set up an account and
Yes, she will.
all that? Okay.
Sonia will.
Yes, Sonia will do it.
Okay.
All right. Any more discussion with that? And that's a little. Sometimes that service is a little aggravating, but it keeps the tires out of the ditchways a lot of times, so that's a good thing. So thank y'all. Number 5 on here will be to authorize the chairman to execute the Southern Health Partners Incorporated agreement for inmate medical in the amount of $53,821.09 monthly. The initial term for this agreement will converse to the October 1st, 2021 and end September the 30th of 2022. Any discussion with that?
Has Mark reviewed that?
Yes, he does every year. Mark.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I would suggest that if it be considered in the meeting, any approval be subject to attorney approval, just because there's a couple of provisions. It doesn't affect the price or the length of the term. There's a couple of things, the way they altered the language from the last agreement that I would like to follow up with them or have them followed up with as to why they make that change and some suggested revision there.
Okay.
But those go to the recitals and some things and don't go to the payment terms, so I do think it'd be appropriate to go ahead and take it up today in that fashion.
Okay. So number 5 on there, just to add that we're subject to the county attorney approval. Any more discussion with it? All right, no more discussion. We'll move on. We have no budget revisions, no merchant purchases, no board appointments. Under award of bids here, we have one bid, but we didn't receive a bid on appraisal uniforms for the revenue commissioner, so I guess let's go to the local source, right? That's why they'll just go to a local source with that, I guess.
I think they're actually going to rebid that.
Okay, rebid it. Okay. So that'll be on here. So probably, I guess we could just scratch it if there's no bid. Yeah. All righty. So we'll just scratch it off. The next thing on a personnel action be to approve to hire Preston Miller as a corrections officer pending a drug screening. And any discussion with him? All right, no discussion on here. The next one will be to approve to transfer Carson Green to appraisal clerk in the Revenue Commission. Any discussion with that? Number 3 on here will be to approve to amend the staffing plan to reflect the following changes in District 4, which will go from 5 equipment operator 3s down to 4, and then change 2 equipment operator 2s up to equipment operator 3s, and which I guess no got any discussion with that, Don. I guess the next thing kind of explain it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move, I got a couple number 1s I wanna move to number 2s, and I ain't got the 3 number 3s, so I'm just gonna drop one of them off and create another spot for a number 2, is what I'm gonna do. So we just had to change the staffing plan a little bit.
All right, thanks, sir. Which number 4 in here kind of explains that. We're promoting Houston Campbell and Nicholas Robinson from District 4 from equipment operator 1s to equipment operator 2s. And the reason for that is both of them got their CDL license and have proved everything they need to prove. So,
Boy, anybody's not reading that is very confusing.
Yeah.
Item number 4 in district number 4 will be operator 1 to district. We did a lot of 1s and 2s there.
yeah, a lot of 1s, 2s, 3s, and
Yeah.
4s. Good. I'm glad I'm better.
No
with
fives, no fives.
I'm glad I'm better with numbers than I am words. All right. So any discussion with that, either one of those promotions? And I will, no, all right. And number 5 on here will be approved to transfer Moses McGuire to mechanic and engineering department. Any discussion with Moses? All righty. No discussion with that. Number 6 on here will be to approve to hire as a part-time data entry assistant in the EMA would be Rita White. So any discussion with her? All right, no discussion with that. We have some merit increases listed below. Does anybody have any issue with anybody on the merit increase? Besides the county engineer. All right.
Hoping I could sneak.
Sneak through with this year. Normally always comes up every year, don't it? No discussion with anybody. We'll move on. The engineer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have a few subdivisions for your consideration today. We have Leslie Lane East. That's a minor, preliminary, and final, 2 lots in District 1. It's the east side of Leslie Lane. We have Leslie Lane West, which is a minor, preliminary, and final, 3 lots in District 1, which is the west side of Lindsay Lane. We have New Bethel subdivision. This is a minor for preliminary and final, 9 lots in District 1, southeast corner of Shipley Hollow Road and New Bethel Road intersection. We have East Side Common subdivision. This is a replat of Lot 1, minor, preliminary, and final, creating 2 lots in District 2, southeast corner of East Limestone Road and Kim Drive. We have Leslie Lane subdivision south, which is minor, preliminary, and final, creating 3 lots in District 1. This is the kind of south and west side of Leslie Lane. We have Ivy Farm subdivision. This is a replat of Tract 5. It's a minor for preliminary and final, creating 2 lots in District 4 at 21031 Old Elkmont Road. We have Mallard Landing subdivision phase 1. This was originally included in as just one full portion of the subdivision, but they've decided to break out their minor lots, the ones that are along Barksdale Road, into a phase 1. This is preliminary, so it'll be for preliminary and final, 7 lots in District 2. This is southwest of the corner of East Limestone Road and Barksdale Road intersection. Rickett Farm Phase 3, this is a major for preliminary approval, creating 61 lots in District 2. This is on Jones Road, approximately a half-mile north of Pepper Road. And then Lonnie Dale Subdivision Phase 3, they weren't able to be ready for a final inspection last week, so we'll remove that one and move it to the next meeting. So, like I said, they weren't prepared. And that's all that I have for your consideration today, but in the way of kind of an update of our paving. The contractor was supposed to be able to move in today, but last week's rain slowed them down. They weren't able to get moved, so they had about 4 days left on project that they're moving the crew off of. So it will be into this week before they move in, and then first of next week they should be beginning paving. They're going to begin on Snake Road. So our crew will go in I think Thursday, we're planning on being on Snake Road to do the chip seal. And then the contractor will move in on Monday. And then we're looking at, our crew will then move to New Cut, and we'll begin the chip seal on New Cut, and the contractor will be behind us. So, and then I think we've got Burgering Road, and then there's some roads for Elkmont and Madison that the contractor's going to do for them under our contract while they're in the area. So, but that should begin Monday.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Jason, you didn't get a subdivision this week.
I did not get a subdivision.
And anyways, one question, Mark, did we ever get anything back with our census stuff yet?
We've got some information, but to be able to start trying to look at whether or not there's going to be any requirement to redistrict or what our districts would look like, being able to break those down into census blocks with the geographic data, we're still trying to make those connections. So we don't have it geographically located. We do have the census block information in a list form, and then we have the data, but trying to get those connected has been a little bit of a trouble. So
What I knew they were saying one day last week. It may be this week or next week.
yeah, so we are hoping that this week we will get the data connected and be able to begin looking at whether or not redistricting is required, or if it's, which I think that there will be that requirement, just the way our growth has been, and then then we can look at what the possibilities are for that. So hopefully this week we'll have that information.
All right, anybody have any discussion with any of the subdivisions? I know we're knocking Lonnie Dale off, okay. Moving on, under other business, authorize Administrator Ella Moreo to approve department budget revisions as necessary for the year end. And we do this every year, so any discussion with that? All righty, and the second on here will be to approve the sale of the following items on Gov Deals, which all three of them are out of District 2, and let the record be known, it's not pesticide, it is pipe. So, anybody have any discussion with any of the three items on there? All right, no discussion there. We have no scheduled public hearing at this time. Report of officers, Commissioner Salmon.
I don't have anything at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Barksdale.
I don't have anything, sir.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Black.
I have nothing.
Commissioner Townsend.
I don't have anything.
Thank y'all, gentlemen, and I'll hold all of mine until 10 a.m. Thank everybody for being here today.